systems in Nassau and Suffolk, and my children can one day read it. They're still too young to read this one.
Also, as a lawyer, leave the book to your children. Leave the business, the book business, to your children. You have to, I guess, make an LLC out of it and leave it to your children.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
your books will just float away somewhere.
Yeah, and intellectual property is a very challenging and ever-changing aspect of the law, and it's certainly something.
One of these days, I'm going to follow my own advice.
In fact, I'll tell you, when you asked earlier about the research, I'm considering another project on if you heard of the double axe murders of the Wickhams in the Cutchogue in 1850s. I actually, contacted and worked with a lawyer in the field to find out about property rights, to make sure there was no issues there. So it all comes in hand. The legal research obviously is natural and inherent in what I do. And then it's just a matter of expanding to more itemized, like you said, the plane, the notes, the camera work, the type, what would have been relevant or available then in 1972 versus today. And again, that was, my wife was very instrumental in helping with that, because we kind of bounced off ideas. Was there VCR cameras then? Were there not? So it was important to have that. And really, I wouldn't say important, because it's just natural. I wasn't going to do it otherwise. And that goes to my legal training, to keep me honest in that regard.
And this double axe murder, it goes back to the 1700s?
1850s.
All right, 1850.
That's a challenge, but it's just an idea we have, as well as a sequel to this book as well, and bringing back Savoy Graves and the character.
So is your next book same character?
Yes.
Going to make a series?
Yes.
I think it's a good idea. People like the same characters.
I agree.
But I'm going to ask you a question now that I like to ask authors. What do you really ultimately want to get out of this? Do you want a bestseller? Do you want the motion picture? What exactly, when you envision this project in the future, what do you want out of it?
I would say I'd love for the opportunity for people to see it and judge it. I don't have envisions of bestseller or movie. Again, as I said, I never saw it as work. So what I feel most comfortable with is that it's a good story, it's a solid story, and I'm proud of it. And it's a legacy I could leave for myself and my children and family down the road, to say, I wrote a book. I wrote something that'll last time.
Right now, are you able to, with your full-time job, do book events at libraries and
I've had
stores?
several. We've had, actually, last year, the North Fork Crush in Jamesport. There was a bunch of wine tables set up, and I had a book, and they were like, oh, this is an odd mix. And I said, well, not everyone, there's only so much wine people can drink, and I thought it'd be a nice mix to have a book sale.
Did you sell a lot of books
I
there?
did. I did very well that day, actually. It was,
That's good.
and I stayed with my wife. We had a great day. We stayed the night after, and it was a very enjoyable time. And again, when you don't have, and I really feel for the starving artists out there who are so talented, I'm fortunate to not be in that, to be able to do this as an alternate project type supplemental of my career.
Yes, I feel the same way.
And without that pressure, you don't really worry whether or not you sell much, whether people show up or not.
It's just nice talking about your book.
I agree. It's nice to share the story.
I'd like to talk it. So I expect to see you at the Long Island Authors Group next first Wednesday. I don't know what we're doing, but it's a nice dinner, and you'll meet the authors and you'll hear about what we're doing.
I think the best way to connect is with people who've done it before, and I look forward to that.
It's great having you.
Likewise, thank you very much.
And I wish you a great deal of luck with your next endeavor, certainly with this one.
Thank you so much.
Maybe we'll see each other on the silver screen.
Sure. That'd be
I don't know why I keep talking about that, because I don't expect it to ever happen.
Well, we're both visual writers. We see it visually, that we want others to as well.
I see it as giving this to my son, who has a lot more energy than I do. I mean, I'm at the age now where I'm happy with what I'm doing. I love doing the show. I like doing the book events. I like doing the fair. I like talking to people. I like to go into schools as well. And I'm happy with that. So maybe Michael, my son, will move it into the movies.
And
Who
hopefully
knows?
I'll work with him to get mine as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
you.